Now, I guess this is leaking too.
Bike week was almost over, and this vintage Yamaha was nowhere near as ready as I thought it was. Riding through the crowds at Bike Week with my dad on our vintage bikes has always been a dream of mine for a really long time now. After we got off the lift and took the first test ride, the CT MX project revealed that it wasn't quite ready for the spotlight yet. With Bike Week in full effect and the chances of us riding Main Street fading by the minute, I used every spare second that I could find and dove headfirst into the parts vault to throw everything I had on hand at this project to hopefully not miss the ride.
Now that's a hot bike.
But when all that just wasn't enough,
Sucks.
and with no quick sources for the parts I needed, I thought that all hope was lost.
Please do not leak.
Or was it?
I'm begging you.
So stick around as we race the clock, add on some last minute parts, fight some last minute issues, go toe to toe with Mother Nature, and scramble to make my goal a reality. As a last minute plot twist might just make it happen.
So this is episode 2 of the CTMX series, Down and Out in Daytona.
So immediately after the first ride, we had a major issue that I needed to address. Fuel was everywhere. I had just replaced the line in the shop, so I started there. And while I had it apart, I wasn't really happy with the line I had. It was fuel injection, not carb line, so it was super thick. Got a handful of parts and went for version 2.0. After that seemed to hold, it was midweek by the time we got the gas back in. The petcock then decided it too wanted some attention, as it was next to spring a leak. Luckily, with the parts on hand, this was a quick swap out, and it was definitely the easiest project of the weekend. Just as quick as the gas went in, it was back out again for yet another leak. This time, back at the carb. We decided at this point to re-inspect the carb, re-clean it, and make sure the floats were not stuck, and set the float height to spec while I had the opportunity. I got the part quickly, but between everyday life and chasing parts, a few more days were already lost. And suddenly, we were staring down the final weekend of Bike Week. During that time, I was able to fix a few wiring issues.
So I'm pulling that ground off to bring here. And I'm pulling this ground off and bringing it up here.
And install a couple of small pieces that needed to be finished for our Daytona ride. Now, it was the final weekend of Bike Week. With fingers crossed, Saturday was time to see if all that work had finally paid off. Spoiler alert, it hadn't, because apparently the carb bowl gasket had also decided it was time to retire. Saturday night, I dug through the parts bins, hoping there was any chance I could replace that gasket and finally seal this thing up. I came close, but it wasn't to be.
Nope.
Luckily, my dad and I were already working on a backup plan. The CTMX's bigger brother, the DT1. But right from the start, we found the same problem. Another fuel leak. This time it was obvious. The rubber piece in the petcock had failed. I knew at this point the CT was down and out.
Bike Week, Hail Mary. We were going to get this petcock off since I can't get the carb to stop leaking and get it on that DT.
But I didn't think that it would step in to save the day. While working on the DT, I had told my dad, I'm pretty sure that these petcocks are the exact same. And after a little bit of confirmation, I did find they both, in fact, do take a 214 petcock. And the idea flashed to my head like a light bulb. The solution had been sitting in front of us the whole time. After a quick swap, a test hit around the yard, finally, we're ready to roll. Or so we thought. We geared up, rolled out. We were Daytona bound. But in all the rush, we forgot to check the weather. I didn't even have time to adjust the camera before the ride was over, because Mother Nature had other plans for the end of our Bike Week. Even though the ride didn't go quite the way we had hoped, we still had an amazing bike week and got a ton of stuff done so we can make sure we keep these bikes on the road. And don't worry, we'll be back here on SpeedCoast with more wrenching, more riding, and a lot more vintage two-stroke madness. Only here on SpeedCoast. The CT-MX has taken a lot more time than I anticipated, and it's time to get back on Project Fool's Gold, the C10 build. So we're going to put the CT on the back burner until some parts get here, and it's back to work on the Chevy. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon with another video for the CT-MX build, the C10 Fool's Gold build, and whatever else we get into here only on